Hello. So, for my book and build project, I decided to do it on a book called You Must Bring a Hat. The book is by Simon Phillip and it's illustrated by Kate Hindley. The book is about this young boy who receives an invitation to a party. And as you can see, it says that a hat is required. And the note says, seriously, don't forget the hat. The party depends on it. So the problem is he doesn't own a hat. So now he has to try and find one. And he runs into this monkey that has a hat, tries to borrow it, and the monkey doesn't want to let him borrow it. So he decides to bring him along to the party. So he gets to the party with the monkey, and they tell him that he can't get in unless the monkey's wearing a monocle. So they find a badger wearing a monocle. The badger wants to come to the party too. But there's another rule. The badger can't come in unless he can play the piano. And it just goes on and on and on. There's so many rules. And there's a ton of people now that he's had to invite in order to meet all of these rules that they keep adding on to the invitation. So finally, he's had enough. He's like, look, these are the silliest rules I've ever heard. Nigel clearly stated on the invitation that I could bring anyone I wanted as long as I brought a hat. I brought a monkey in a hat, so technically I have a hat. So this is where the doorman says, Nigel. Who's Nigel? This is Felicity's party. And the boy realizes he's at the wrong party. Whoops. So he finally ends up at Nigel's party and he says it was all worth the hassle. So this started me thinking, could you make your own hat if you needed to? And that's where I got my idea to create origami hats for this project. Okay, so you need two 10 by 20 centimeter sheets of paper, and you're going to start by taking the first one and folding it in half like a hot dog, just like this. And I have this just to try and make the crease really nice because it helps when you're folding. And you're going to open it back up and you're going to fold it over like a sandwich or a hamburger this time. Just like that. And then you're going to take this tip and fold it inside to try and make almost like a triangle on the top. And make that crease nice and tight. And we'll do the same thing on this side. I have really thick paper, so that's why it's especially good to be able to make the creases nice and neat. So then you're going to open this up and you're going to fold it in like this. And that's where the creases really help. And you're going to do the same thing on this side. It's almost like a little house. Just like that. Now you're going to take this bottom part and you're going to fold it up to meet the top of the tip, just like this. And make that fold, that crease nice and neat. You're going to bring it back down and you're going to fold it up to meet the first crease that you made right here at the bottom of the triangle. Make my crease. Now I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to fold it till it comes up just like that. just the corners. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And bring it up and fold it, make a crease. Now I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to bring it to the middle. So we're going to bring this over just like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to bring the tip into the middle, just like that. And I'm going to make a crease. So now I'm going to open it back up completely. And I'm going to fold it into the center, like sort of like barn doors on a house, on a barn. And do the same thing with the other side, just like that. Now this is the tricky part. So I'm going to open it back up, and this corner is going to go it's going to be the top. So you're going to bring this corner down, and this corner is going to go flat, and then this corner is going to make like a box. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And so what you're going to have is sort of like a box like this. You can see that. I have a box just like that. And now I'm going to press it, and it's going to make like a little boat shape on this side. And I'm going to get my creases all nice and neat. And so that's what it's going to look on this side, kind of like a little boat. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So first we're going to fold it up till it meets the tip, just like that. Now we're going to bring it down, and we're going to bring it back to our first fold that we made. And then we're going to fold in our corners just like this. Do the same thing on the other side. And then we're going to bring in the tips into the center. Just like that. Then we're going to open it back up completely. And we're going to make our barn doors again. Same thing on the other side. Just like that. And then we're going to open them up, and we're going to bring our corner down just like this and make our box. And same thing here, and make our box. So what you have is two little triangles in the center, and then your box. And then we're going to fold it down like a little boat. So now this is what we have on both sides. And now we're going to fold this up just like this. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And now this will open just like this. And if you pop these out, you have sort of a little box shape. And so you're going to make another one just like this with your second sheet of paper. So now I have my two pieces, and what we're going to do is we're going to put one inside of the other one, and I think I'm going to put my flowers on top. And so you want these edges, you don't want to match them, you want them to be opposite. So you're going to have 4 around, and so you just kind of have to gently nudge this one guy inside the other one. Just like that. And then you're going to tuck this little corner into that little slot there. And you'll do the same thing over here. Tuck that one in there. And then the last one. And there is your little hat. And I made an orange one also. And you can decorate it. You can put a little ribbon or a little bow on it. But so there you go, problem solved. When you're invited to a party and you need a hat and you don't have one, you can make your own hat. So I thought for using the UTech process, having the students follow the directions on how to do the origami hat was using. And then I thought we could further the process in tinkering and experimenting by asking them, okay, we've made this origami hat. How else can you make a paper hat? Or does it have to be paper? What other materials can you use, and have them try and come up with their own method of creating a hat with materials other than what a hat is normally made out of. So I had fun making this project. It was a little difficult at first because I just was trying to rack my brain how to come up with something that would use the UTech process. And then, of course, last but not least, is my snowflake that I made. Thank you for watching, and I hope to enjoy watching all of your videos also.